Hello, bankers. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. Welcome to another session. Guys, in this particular session, we are going to discuss around CAIIB November December 2026 examination, right? So, what should be your strategy and the important dates, आपका तो how to decode those particular date and how to start preparing for this particular examination, and what will change from your JIB preparation to CIB preparation, that we are going to discuss in this particular session itself, right? So everyone, you have done very good in your JIB examination, though from last three sessions JIB paper was equally difficult, but when it comes to CIB, you will get two up increments, and that is something key. The content depth is very what we can say very vast compared to your JIB things. So JIB we have 4 subjects. Here you have 5 subjects, and like when it comes to the overall areas, आपका each and every subject is having multiple areas where you have to tap on, right? So here we will be discussing things in detail, how to prepare, like what should be your preparation strategy in the coming day, and how we are going to help you in this particular journey also, and along with that particular one, like do's and don around this particular one. So we will be starting with the date itself. So when it comes to CIB, so registration will start from the September onwards, right? So 1st September onwards, they'll be start taking registration for your CAIB December 2026 examination. Now, the very important area is these ACA date. Now, when it comes to date, you can, this time there is one like there is a slight change in the overall strategy also, right? So first, our first paper will be on 6th of December, which is ABM, which should be part of your overall preparation. You can consider this particular subject at the end, right? You do not have to start with ABM things. Then आपका 12th December you will be facing आपका BFM paper, and 13th December you will be facing your आपका ABFM. Usually what we have seen in last 3-4 session, whether it is आपका ABFM and BRBL back to back, or आपका BRBL and HRM, but or whatever your elective subject it is, but this time these two and both the subject are equally difficult, so you are going to face back to back, means you cannot rely on the exam week. Anyhow, you have to start preparing from any of these two subjects first, then आपका it comes to BRBL 20th, and then finally your elective subject, that is 27th. When it comes to elective subject, my personal suggestion is if you do not have any specific background, you can directly go for HRM things. Reason being, one key, we have enough content around HRM which is easily available. The another thing is, the most important thing is key, it is very easy doable. People have score 87, 82 within a week, 1 week preparation, right? So simple also. And the another benefit, which is आपका HRM is also part of your ABM subject. One complete module B of HR, आपका ABM is all about the summary what you are going to study in your elective paper. Though we will be discussing the other elective paper also at the end after going through all these particular 4 subjects, right? So basically we have 6th आपका December, and now if you have some sort of confusion ki which subject to start, my straightforward suggestion is BFM. This is bit technical, and we have 31 units which are part of this one, and each and every unit is having some sort of uniqueness. So this will take bit time. Then along with this, the another paper which was at tougher side this time also, that is आपका BRBL. When it comes to BRBL, especially module D, that is something we have like every act related to banking and finance which is part of this one, but D is something which is out of league also from the banking and other one also, right? So if you have done with आपका module B and D, that means you have almost done with BRBL things. So start with आपका these two subject. Once आपका, let's say out of these two subject, suppose that you're done with BFM, then start preparing आपका ABFM. Once you're done with BRBL, you can add the ABM also, right? One another suggestion why I'm not suggesting ABM as a first subject, reason being because see, when it comes to the examination month, your focus will automatically around this particular paper, right? So because this is the first paper, our full concentration on this particular one. If you have done with these two and we are very confident, then what will happen during the exam week also, you can give time to automatically your maximum time will come to BFM because it is come like it is something like we have some sort of psychology around BFM ki it is one of the toughest one, right? But both are equally important or equally tough, right? So then you can focus around this particular one also, and then aapka accordingly you can plan things. So this is something the basic strategy now. So these are the date. Now when it comes to your elective subject, you have choice around 5 subject, right? So we have rural banking, very small one, easy one, doable. HRM, I have told you. But if you are having IT technical background, you can go with this. If you have planned to prepare for CIB, आपका RBI or these kind of examination, you can go for central banking. Risk management is another one, right? But I'll not suggest this particular subject, though paper is bit easy side comparative to these two. But these are manageable, and this is something which is आपका they have given in detail. Module B of BFM is defined in detail आपका in this particular one itself, right? So my straightforward suggestion is for all of you is your BFM, not आपका like you can opt these two out of these particular if you do not have any specific background in others, right? So like first we have let's talk about the detailed things also, right? So when it comes to your compulsory paper, so we have 4 paper. There are some people having some sort of doubt ki, like sometime on YouTube also people they generally ask ki they have changed the syllabus and all. No, there is no changes in syllabus. The only thing is like they are asking you to prepare around the update within that given topics and all. This is so obvious, right? So let's say if there is, let's say if I talk about BFM, so in BFM we have LRS scheme. In LRS, if there is there are some changes during the union budget, so obviously you have to consider those particular one. Like let's say if there are some new circular which is released by RBI toward the FEMA things and all, you have to consider those particular one. So that is not a change, that is an update on the existing curriculum, right? So that is something that the MSME definition got changed, or some schemes which are part of your curriculum, they have updated those particular one. So you have to work around those particular. The syllabus, the core syllabus is same as it was, right? So you do not have to worry around that particular one. During the classes things, we will be updating things, or we will be studying the what was past and what is the current, right? So we have four subject, compulsory subject, and each subject contain four module. When it comes to paper 1, ABM, which is module A, it is basics of statistic, very interesting one, important one. Then we have HRM. Why I told you HRM? Because this is kind of a brief of that particular entire subject. Then credit management in a flow itself. Like while we are involved in any sort of credit, if you are giving loan to any company, so the entire end-to-end journey, overview, आपका analysis, then आपका delivery, straight through process, then आपका monitoring and others, then if it default, the options which are available to bankers or IBC, right? Then we have compliances in this. This module is very important because this will also help you in your promotional examination, because compliance is part of those particular one. So these are the 4 module. All the 4 module have equal weightage, so you have to go through each and every unit. Then when it comes to BFM, so here we have variety, right? In BFM, what this particular paper is all about, ki again 4 module, but study wise, when you prepare this particular one, these 2 module will consume your maximum time. We have 11 units here, 10 units, and 8 9 units here, and each and every unit is having some sort of uniqueness, especially in case of module A itself, right? So module A, international banking, some numericals or case studies are also there, so you have to prepare those particular one very well, and you have to like you sometime it will also test your patience level, right? Sometime what happen when you study, especially when you go for the international banking, first 6 unit are very lengthy, What happened when we go through these ones? So sometimes we got exhausted, right? Because we have 8 to 10 hours working also. After that, going through those particular things in detail and all, that will test your patience also. So this is not about the entire things. It is something only 6 unit. Once you're done, 4 unit you can cover in 4 days, 1 hour session, right? That is the game. So they are also playing with your psychology. Have patience while you go through these particular things. BFM, when it comes, module B, all about risk management, summary of your risk management elective subject. So here it is all about the risk, different type of risk. Unit 13, which is very, very important one in very detail also. At least 6 to 7 are required to prepare this particular, that unit number 13. Test 1 and 2 means आपका 11, 12 and the remaining one can be easily manageable. Then after treasury, up see, you have spent around 65 to 70% timing during this. This will require 30% or just half of that particular time. So because things will start getting repeated. Whatever you have studied in A, that will help you here. Whatever you studied in B, that will help you here. So that is the game. The next one is ABFM, again a variety of paper similar to your ABM things. So here we have management, entire, the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Then we have advanced concept. This is a bit summary of AFM, JIIB. Then we have merger acquisition, one of the toughest module from your ABFM thing. Then this is aapka bit static and easily doable, right? But all the 4 modules are working around the different dimensions similar to this one. And then we have your BRBL. So module D, commercial and other law, reference to banking operation, very interesting and difficult one, right? So that's why after Devishri ma'am, she's a lawyer only, right? She'll be helping you here. Then we have आपका regulation and compliances and important law related to banking operation A and B. So every act which is related to banking and finance, that get covered under these three, and even the additional one also, right? So this is the overall decoding of your subject, module wise things and all. Believe me guys, this is not a kind of things where you will be just relying on the last minute preparation around the आपका marathon things and all, right? So this is something, let's have a mindset ki you are going to learn something from these particular this particular entire curriculum and all. If you go with that particular mindset, start working with the concept things, that will help you a lot. Start with only 1 or 2 subject. If you are watching things in recorded, start with 1 subject. If you are आपका making a combination live and recorded, start with 2 subject, right? And I'll recommend, and even similar way also we have plan our classes आपका paper 2 and paper 4, right? And if you're additionally getting time in that particular one also, you have recorded session आपका, you can watch those particular one. But if you start with multiple things na, it will create some sort of confusion, right? Chalo, let's talk about these particular subject one by one in detail also. So I'll give you a brief introduction around this particular one. So when it comes to ABM, the module A is all about stat. If you'll go in future, if you'll go for FRM, we are already preparing content for that particular one, right? So this module is part of your FRM also, and along with this, that risk management and other areas are part of that particular one. And as a banker, that is a आपका doable certificate. That is something which will help you in your overall banking career, right? So definition आपका the basic stat things, then sampling, then we have आपका central tendency, then we have correlation and regression, time series, probability, estimation, linear programming, and simulation. These are the topics which are generally part of this. Then we have आपका HRM, which is fundamental of human resource development, important आपका implications, employee feedback, performance management, and आपका HRM and आपका information technology. Here we have credit management overview, analysis of financial statement, working capital and term. These are the 2 type of loan we generally give to the enterprises. Then आपका state through processing and credit delivery. Then आपका control and monitoring, risk management, restructuring, rehabilitation and recovery, the options available to bankers in case of default. Then resolution of stress asset under IBC 2016. The entire credit flow or process which generally part of this one. Compliance, dual importance, promotional examination also, where also this will help you, right? So we have compliance function in bank, audit, We have compliance governance, framework identification of issues. Then we have compliance culture in GRC, function and role, and आपका fraud and vigilance in bank. So these are the areas which are generally part of your ABM things. BFM, when it comes to this, four module again. The module A, variety of topic. Each and every individual topic differ from each others, right? So exchange rate and forex, LRS, correspondent banking, LC, facilities for exporter importer, external commercial borrowings and foreign investment, role of EXIM, RBI and others, International Financial Service Center, GIPSITY, and technology and international banking. Then we have risk management, B, आपका risk and basic risk management process, and this unit 13, very very important one, risk regulation. Then market credit, operational liquidity, and आपका guidelines around this particular one. Okay? This module is all about all the basic Basel related guidelines and regulatory guidelines under this one. Any updated that you have to consider, right? Next one, C, treasury. So when it comes to treasury, so treasury product, international equity and debt, funding and regulatory aspect. Then we have treasury risk management, derivative, and आपका treasury ALM. Last one is balance sheet management. So asset and liabilities in bank balance sheet. Then we have banking regulation, capital adequacy, asset classification and provisioning, liquidity, interest rate risk, and RAROC and profit planning. So these are the topic which are generally part of your BFM things, right? Next one, ABFM. Again, first, all about the management thing. So planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Then we have आपका, this is something which will help you from the JAIIB AFM subject. Sources of finance and strategies, operational and financial leverage, capital investment, capital budgeting, and we have adjustment of risk and uncertainty and decision making. This module having 4-5 units, but very difficult also. Corporate valuation, discounted and cash flow and non-discounted cash flow, special cases of valuation, merger acquisition, restructuring. Final one is hybrid finance, completely static, आपका conceptual, startup, private equity, artificial intelligence, business analytics, green आपका and sustainable finance, आपका special purpose acquisition companies and others, right? BRBL, very vast syllabus, right? बहुत सारे units हैं, right? And each and every act related to banking and finance is part of this one. Module A, which is legal framework in banking, regulation of bank, control over bank, आपका banking business, written inspection, winding up, merger acquisition of bank, NBFCs. Module B आपका, which is Prevention of Money Laundering Act, Negotiable Instrument, FEMA, PSS. Then we have law relating to securities and mode of charge, creation, registration, and satisfaction of charge. That generally comes under this one. Okay? So, आपका module A, module B. Then आपका module C, which is RBI Integrated Ombudsman Scheme 21. Then we have MSME Act 2000, SARFAESI Act 2002, definition of SARFAESI, all around the SARFAESI things and all, right. Then we have tribunals, we have your all around the tribunals. Then we have Legal Service Authority Act 87, Bankers Book Evidence 1881, we have IBC 16, Consumer Protection Act 19, the law of limitation and tax laws, right? Module D, the kind of one of the dangerous one from the BRBL things. So contract of indemnity, guarantee, bailment, pledge, agency. Then we have meaning and essential of contract of sale. SOGA Act is there. Condition and warranty, unpaid seller. Definition meaning partnership. Then we have आपका relation of partners. Then we have आपका dissolution of a firm, effect of non-registration, the feature of a company and type of companies. So this is the overall curriculum which are generally part of your module D or the entire BRBL subject row. So this is something. Now the final discussion is around, then we'll come to the preparation tips and the other areas. So when it comes to elective subject, so if you do not have any background and if you are not confident around that particular one, because what we study after during that the graduation things, now 4-5 years gone, if there is a that much gap, So it is very difficult to revisit those particular things and all. Ab HRM is one subject which will help you आपका core two areas. One is the elective itself, another ABM, and it also support your studies in ABFM module A. ABFM module A is all about management. If you'll see the theories around आपका management, like let's say if it is when we talk about the planning, organizing, staffing, directing. So directing is all about management in action, which include leadership, communication, motivation. Whatever theories around the leadership, which is part of your HRM, ABM also, and here also, theories remain same. So one subject having multiple benefit. Even though if you do not get time before your examination, you do have 1 week, and believe me that 1 week is more than sufficient for this particular paper, right? So that is something we have proved that particular in the recent June examination, and it is doable in the future also, right? So this is something many people they take risk management. I'll not suggest this one, because if you want to do certification you can do it later also, right? So that is something. IT things आपका, if you have background you can go for this one. Central banking, if you have goal like you want to pursue for regulatory bodies, especially RBI and all. And rural bank, if you do not want to go, like some people get feel bored with this one, then another option is rural banking, because we have only 23 or 24 units which are part of this one and doable also, right? So HRM is the ultimate win in this particular case. Believe me, if you are having any confusion, just stick to HRM things and all. So we have already started our classes. So you can go for these one. So we have started with your BRBL and BFM things, right? So we are doing regular basis classes. Basically, why we are doing only two classes? Because one class took around 1.5 hour to 2 hours, right? Daily आपका for one subject. So, and we do not have आपका sufficient time as a banker. Like it take around 8 to 10 hours in office, and if you have a, if I'll put all the 5 subject simultaneously, you will start getting confused. Having small target will help you, like something like MBO things. So we have to achieve small by small, unit by unit, module by module, subject by subject, so that we can easily achieve our goal itself, right? So how you should study, how you should prepare. The ultimate आपका the goal is आपका the first goal which you have, which you cannot skip in case of आपका CIB examination, that is concept. Believe me guys, if you are good in concept, even if you do not practice question or mock tests and others, this is something which will be helping you in CIB examination. Like 70%, 80% it is about the concept things, this entire exam. And these concepts will help you in future also, as I'll provide you content for the FRM. If you go for that one, believe me, that is something, whatever you are studying here, that will help you in that particular case also. Then second phase is आपका, once you have done concept and practice along, means one phase of journey, then आपका question driven by the concept. So we'll reverse the game in that particular one. Then this is something which is आपका during the exam month, आपका exam month, and this is your exam week, right? So you have to start preparing things on regular basis. If you guys having any doubt, any queries and others, you can just let me know in the comment section, or you can directly connect me. I'll try my best to help you out, right? So if you do not have any course आपका, so we have a course also, so you can go with CIB Mahapack. Why Mahapack? Because it is for 15 months. Usually we try कि आपका you are able to create this, clear this examination within one attempt, and this is possible. Okay, first you have to like prepare your mindset कि you are going to crack this examination in single attempt. Sometimes some like luck also factor is there, right? So and some like there are some heavy load in the branches and all these kind of problems that can create, but still you will be having access to this one, or even until you pass this examination. Okay, we are not going to charge you another again and again, right? This, it will cost you around 2500 for the entire selection of your CIB. You can just go for this one, and even if you like the classes, like all the live classes we are doing in English only, right? So if you, even after purchase, if you feel ki this is not going to help you, you can ask for the refund also, right? So this is my number, that is 8319 63 9668. If you having any query, this is my personal number only, right? So you can just ping me on WhatsApp. I'll try my best to help you out in this case. All the content after this, you do not have to purchase any books and all, because all the content which is in the form of downloadable, means we have ebook also, practice book also. You can download and you can print, right? If you want, like some people having habit, if they have physical note, and even that is fine also, because entire day you are in front of screen only, right? So if you want to take the printout, especially ebook concept side, you can take those particular one and you can download and take the print, and the other one also. All right guys, chalo. So this is something आपका all about your CIB things. My suggestion is कि start contributing on regular basis. See, you can have two type of strategy. One is you are following things on regular basis. Every day you are contributing around one or two subject. That is the best, right? If the another thing is कि some people, they generally do things on weekends, right? So on weekend you can give 7 to 8 hours, that is also fine. But the another option, the later one, is bit risky. Reason being, if you miss any 1 or 2 week, your burden will increase, right? One another thing I just forget. So this is something, the curriculum itself. But if you having these are the regular live classes which we are doing. But apart from that also, if you guys having some additional time, so what you can do, आपका we have already recorded videos of ABM, ABFM, HRM, आपका rural banking and central banking. So any of one subject, I'll not suggest elective subject, but I'll suggest कि you can start following the ABM things, that is bit static and conceptual. So you can start reading around that particular. That will also help you equally in your examination. All right, guys. So wish you all the very best. बढ़िया से पढ़ते रहिए और तभी आपका मन लगा रहेगा काम में, right? And if you need any help, you have my number. So where it is gone, right? So this is my number. You can ping me on WhatsApp. I'll try my best to help you out. So all the very best for your preparation, guys. Thank you.